Hey guys, I'm the Dairy Deputy. We're back with some more Shadowrun. Uh, it's now later in the day. Got some lunch, then I got some dinner, then I got some more coffee. So it's a pretty good day. I had some galbi and rice for lunch, and then for dinner I had some jajangmyeon. And if you didn't know, I am Korean, so this is like what I grew up on. It's like it is by far the greatest for me, I think. It's my favorite food. It's like super uh nostalgic and it's like I'm sorry, Silk, I still love you. And yeah, I'm just in a really good mood now because it was crappy microwavable jajangmyeon, but honestly, it's really good still. But the galbi was homemade. My mom made that, so yeah. Hey, thanks for the assist. Can't tell you how happy I am to leave this place behind. Keep your thanks, it was just business. Happy to help. It must have been terrible to be stuck in here. I'm just gonna say no problem. The middle one is more of what my character would say, I feel, but I also want him to be a Decker. Uh, Blitz nods at you. Say, you wouldn't happen to need a Nova Hot Decker, would you? Because I suddenly find myself unemployed. Hell yes. I want you. I want you, dude. Oh my god. Oof, my half. God, he fucking wrecked it in that battle. That was for him. Like he was hitting like every shot and was getting like crits. And plus we don't have a Decker, and that would have came in handy several times during that mission. So that's really cool. Uh I guess that means Dietrich or whatever his name is coming off, sadly. I don't know. I'm liking this double shaman because I'm like a combat shaman. He's like a support shaman sorta. Crew advancement available. As you lead your team through the shadows, your companions will continue to develop and learn new combat skills. Clicking the icon in the lower right hand corner of the screen will open the crew advancement menu. When this icon is highlighted, one or more of your companions is eligible to learn a new combat skill. Uh, at each advancement level, you may choose one of two possible combat skills for each of your runners. Choose wisely. Hell yeah. Okay, so we got something for Iger. Um, Sniper rifle ability that increases accuracy by 35% for one shot. Iger costs that takes up 2 AP. Damn. Iger gains a shotgun ability that imbalances targets, making them easier to hit on subsequent attacks. Costs 1 AP. Yep, we're going with that. Hell yeah. Um, Nothing for Blitzer. Razor specialist gain ability compound attack. Glory gains a melee attack a razor slash followed by a kick. Pierces up to 1 armor, may do AP damage, costs 1 AP. Glory gains a pistol ability, firepower round, does an additional 2 damage and pierces up to 2 armor, costs 1 AP. As much as I like the razor, I use the gun so much more. Well, yeah. Now I feel bad though, because like it pierces 1 armor and does AP damage, whereas this is just bonus damage, which is really not that helpful. Well, it's helpful to some degree, but like AP damage is hella rad. That can like buy you a turn of living. Blade specialist increases thrown weapon. Trains further with thrown weapons, increasing his accuracy with throwing knives. That might be good. Dietrich's electro core spell now strips 1 armor from. Uh, well, he misses this all the time though. Fuck it, Blade. Cool. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Man, I am great. I guess the safe house now? Oh, wait, how much cash do we have? Damn, we got some karma. 1973. I can get my robo arms. Yo, what's up, Blitz? Blitz looks up at your approach. The table beside him littered with cigarette butts and a data jack cable. dangles from a portable terminal set up by his side. Hey, Chief. Need something? Just checking in. You doing alright? Now that you're all settled in, I've got some questions for you. Any thoughts about the last run you'd like to share? Yeah, let's do that. Uh, well, Chief, I wasn't around for most of it, but you got me out of that hotel, and for that, you got my eternal thanks. Just checking. You doing alright? Great, Chief. Doing just great. Uh, it's real nice to be able to wind down and relax for a change. No more worrying about this ganger or that ganger. That's a sounds like a racist term, friend. Might not want to be using ganger, or maybe a Pokemon. A ganger, sneaking behind me and slipping a knife between my ribs. He slaps the table with a grin. It's a good change, Chief. Gotta say, no one is ever really safe. Not when Ganges are involved. Don't let your guard down. Good. Then you can focus on getting our current job done. Glad to hear it. We're happy to have you. I'm gonna say that because I like Blitz. He gestures at himself with a flourish. Course yar. Course yar. I'm just gonna make him a pirate the longer this goes on. Look at how like smooth my skin is compared to his. Ew. What's not to be happy about? Now that you all settled in, can I ask you a few questions? Liz glances wistfully back to the terminal on the table, then turns back with a sigh of resignation. I suppose, but try to keep it short, okay, Chief? I got to do things. I got things to do and things to do things to do. Uh, I don't really care about that. Audio splits. Got a lame name, but you're a cool fella. I am. Dante, come here, friend. You look down to see a pair of bright eyes set into. He's so cute! Set into a scruffy face looking back up at you. Dante, Monica's old dog. Looking down from those huge brown eyes, you see intelligence and sadness. Pet him. Woof. Gotta pet the doggy. Paul. Angel's expression is harder than you've seen it before when he speaks. His voice is grim. Iger has told me of Green Winter's death. She said that he died in the same manner that Monica did. Seen worse. She shouldn't have done that. Speaking for the team is my job, not hers. I'm just gonna ignore it. I don't really care, anyways. It wasn't a pretty sight. And besides, Iger fucking died. She got here first. I don't blame her. I know that you and Iger have had your differences. I will tell you that she was badly shaken by the sight of Winter's body. She also mentioned that you found something in Winter's safe, a package full of very old discs. May I see them? Over the discs, of course. Good, good. Gingerly, Amsel lifts a disc from the bundle and holds it up to the light. Slowly, he begins to turn it in his hand, causing rainbow patterns to shimmer across its surface. I haven't seen one of these since I was a boy. This is a DVD /RW, a data storage medium from the mid 2000s. I'm amazed that Winters, that's a weird last name. Winters was able to find a device that could play it. Do you know how we can read these things? He puts down the DVD in his hands and quickly inspects the others. The first disc that I looked at might be readable. The others are damaged, some severely so. I have my doubts about them. For now, let's concentrate on the undamaged disc. There's a little shop outside, the Data Haven. Talk to the proprietor, Malit Hollier. Malit Hollier. She might be able to help. Tell her to put the cost of the device on my account. I'm on it. Why would I be sassy? There's no reason for that at this point. Though he did name me team leader, and he's the one who's like giving the orders. Ah. So, Malit. And when can I take him out? He's a rigger. I want him. Ah, really? That is old tech. Very old, in fact. Just a moment, I will go look. And plus, he's a rigger. Couldn't he make it? Ah, yes, here we are. The dwarf wrestles a mid-sized flat-screen display out of the bin. This display has old enough hookups to connect to a DVD player, RCA, vintage. The player itself, though, this I do not have. You may wish to try your luck down at the junkyard. There's a scavenger there, a primitive man with a crude disposition. If anyone will here in Cruise Bazaar, I'm still never gonna know how to pronounce that. Cruise Bazaar can help you find your DVD player. He can, but he will almost certainly attempt to overcharge you for it. She takes a deep breath and smiles up at you. But you are not here for gossip. Shall we conclude our business? I could give you the display for, say, 200 nuyen. Paul Emsel said to charge it to his account. Ah, very well. I will have it packaged up and delivered to her Amsel straight away. Why do people call him her? Best of luck finding your DVD reader. I wish you well. Now, let's talk to you again. Ugh, death. I done broken drone. I acquired this drone. Can you help get it running again? Yeah, probably. It might take a bit of doing though. I love working on these old core drones. Can't make you any guarantee, but either way, it's on the house. I'll leave it in your hands. I'll start on it right now. See you later. Hang on a second. There was something else I... Okay, bye. Later. See ya, friend. Death. God damn. Cammy. Oh, yo, you the chick. She tips an invisible hat. Hey there, remember me from the cafe? Name's Cammy. Are you looking for something? Or who are you, for one thing? I mean, a business kid depends if there's anything I should be looking for. She titters. Tit. Volunteering information. That's bad for business. Unless Altug wants me to tell you something, but that's rare. I'm just his ears and hands outside of the cafe. He's got enough voice all by himself. Um, let's do that. Not in the slightest. Since you just moved here, I have some advice. If you haven't guessed already, he's got fingers in a lot of pies. Maybe so will I. I've seen what happens when he doesn't approve of someone or something. Pissing him off can't be worth it. And at the very least, you won't be able to get good coffee in town again. She grins cheaply. Damn. Okay, that's a threat directly to me. So what's the story between you and Alplug? She grins and winks less viciously at you. Okay. Well, surely you guessed. Damn. That lucky bastard. She just out of you wish. If you're really curious, though, I'll tell you about some. Right now, though, I have some errands to run. Come over sometime, and we can chat over hookah or something. Ja? She lazily tips it. Okay. Okay. What are you getting yourself into, Derry? Ooh, more magic. More magic. That's what I really need. Coffee. Talk to Alehron. Alahron. No. No! Dante, stop. Pet him. Woof. Okay. Dante, move. Good boy. Turns face. Terry, a pleasure as always. What can I do for you? Use astral perception to read absence aura. Your third eye, yeah. You won't catch sight of me that way, human. My true self is hidden, tucked away beyond the veil of time and ether. Be thankful you wouldn't like what you'd see. Okay, well. Pain will fade in time. I wouldn't recommend doing that again, though. You need to worry about that. I won't try to read your aura again anytime soon. Okay. I missed that last thing he said, but fuck. No. Sorry. Sit. Sit. Yeah. Good doggy. Ellernon. Alhernon. Ailhernon. Why does everything in this world has to be stupidly difficult to pronounce? Or German. Basically the same thing, if I'm being completely honest. Aim Mana Bolt, a powerful magical bolt that pierces up to 2 armor. Strip armor decreases the target's armor by 2, shares a cooldown with other strip armor spells. I want Flamethrower. What do I have here? Quiet Bomb, an area effect spell that reduces the sound made in it to 0. Lasts 4 rounds. Silence. That target of the silence spell makes no noise for 4 rounds. Fog, area effect, chance to target someone by. Okay. I don't need chi casting. I should pick up some fetishes. Here, let's level up first, because I have 8, right? Yeah, that's some damn good karma. First things first, I want spell casting 2. Um, used by shaman to summon spirits. The higher the skill, the more powerful summon spirits. Should I get that? What's this? New etiquette maximum for trolls. Huh. Academic? That's all of my karma though. Fuck that. Not yet. Not gonna deal with it. I like what I have now anyways. I'd rather honestly pick up some more. I need Overwatch. Okay, that's the next goal. But I did get Spellcasting 2, which means Flamethrower and Acid Bolt 2 are a must. Uh, wait, what? I thought Acid Bolt was a spell over here. Acid Stream. A stream of acid that also does ongoing minus 6 HP per 1 round. Oof, that's nice. Let's go for Flamethrower. Anything else? No, I'm not going to get Heal Wound as much as it would make sense to do. Can I sell this? No, I want to sell it. Confirm. So, wait, what if I have to use sell items? Sure. Advanced Drone Repair Kit? No thank you. Sell. Okay, that's worth some cash. Got Flamethrower, which is rad as hell. I should look at some guns, but I should definitely keep in mind I want that, I want those arm upgrades. Lane. Is he the one who sells guns? I understand they put in charge of Monica's outfit. Looks like we're both carrying heavy burdens. I suppose so. Well, we'll see. Damn it. We'll see what gives you out first. Your will or my plastic knees. Wait. Nope, didn't mean to bother you. Thought you sold guns. Maybe he did, and I'm just incompetent and didn't read that. No, he does. He's the gun seller. No cash, I need weapons. Still nothing new? What's this? Plus 5 to HP. Whew, that sounds nice as hell. Could get throwing knives. But I don't really want throwing knives, if we're being completely honest. Where are the... Okay. I mean, I can get this. But I don't need it. Yeah, I'm gonna save my money. And I am, for one, getting those that cyberware though. What can I do for ya? Malik tells me you're the one to speak to about DVDs. This little shrew sent you my way? Huh. Schrottie's smile broadens. Will wonders never cease. Well, introductions are in order. I suppose Schrottie Butchman at your service. Butchman. The old man raises a grimy hand in salute. Need something salvaged? Some old components? Veilaged? I am indeed your man. Wonderful. How about the DVD player? Well, let's see. First, let me take a sip of my soy coffee. See, that was a joke. I was drinking coffee. I think I've got something that'll work for you. Shorty rummages through the junk, heaped on the table behind him. A few seconds later, he snatches a battered plastic lozenge shape from the pile. Ah, here we go. An old Korean player that I dug up last week. 2010 model. A real beauty. Shorty's smile broadens and gives you a conspiratorial wink. I fixed her up and got her running, but without any discs to read, I've mostly been using her as paperweight. How much do you want for it? Shorty glances back at the DVD player, a rueful expression on his face. Well, I'll admit I'm a little loath to part with her. There'll be there are plenty of folks out there who'd really appreciate an older player such as this, and I don't know what your intentions are for it. I suppose given the time and trouble I took putting her back together, that I'd be willing to part with her for our, say, Shorty's eyes dart over your gear, a calculated expression on his face. About 500 million. Try good player for that. I'm short on cash right now. Could I offer you something on trade? The old man pauses for a moment, considering. Tell you what, a few months ago I had well, call it a difference of opinion with the Burkazi fellow from the soy calf shop. He hasn't let me in his establishment since I'd sell my mother for a decent cup of coffee. Oh, you get me a cup of Turkish coffee. Yeah, cool. That worked out perfectly. I would have loved to drink that. How much did that cost me? I think $50. I'm gonna tip the dancer again. Someday that's gonna pay off. Now, where in the hell was the cyberware place? Oh, it was back here, wasn't it? Yeah. Who are you? Oh yeah, he was the drugs guy. Nah, son, I want some cyberware. Uh, auto injector hyper. I found this schematic. Think hook me up with this chrome. Very nice. The design appears to be simple enough. Yes, I should be able to provide you with this. It won't be cheap though. I need cyberware. Let's check that out. Auto injector. Holy hell, that's 2 grand? Okay, I'm not getting that. I don't want that though. Current essence, I have 6. Mm, extend and enhance your vision. Adds plus 3% to hit. I did a data jack, favorite of spies and infiltrators. But what does that get me though? Like, yeah, I, okay. Well, is it just a normal data jack? But like, a requirement for riggers, deckers, and those that want to use smart link weapons. Is it just a normal data jack, but like in the eye slot rather than rather than the head. But then what would you get in the head instead? I don't know. I want my Silvertech Cyber Arm Basics. Uh, Silver Technology Basic Replacement Limb that adds 6. So let's get my... That is definitely my left arm. Right arm, that's definitely the left arm of the character. Okay, I guess we're gonna get my left arm then. Confirm. Cyberware causes essence loss. This affects the magic rating of your character. As magic is equal to essence rounded down. Magic is very important for spellcasters, the base number of spell slots. In addition, each point of magic costs increase all spell cooldowns by +1 and have less than 1. No thank you. I like my magic. I am sorry to have ever bothered you in my entire life. Should have gone Street Samurai. Trauma kit. Let's get some trauma kits. Some basic med kits. Damn, that's some cash. Okay. We'll deal with what I'm actually taking into battle later. Maybe I should get some drugs then. I've got a formula for a combat stim. Can you do something like that? Oh, you know I'm your man. I can hook you up right now. Show me what you've got. I could get some, yeah, some drugs. +2 movement and +2 AP for 1 round. That's so fucking expensive. Quickness +2 and AP +1 for 5 rounds. Oof, that might be nice. +2 body, +1 strength, and +1 willpower for 5 rounds. Willpower. I'm gonna get some jazz. Oh. Yeah, like I said, we'll deal with that later. And I wanted some fetishes, didn't I? There's the safe house. Yeah, I'm just gonna get like 2 fetishes. I would like to have some just in case, especially if Dietrich isn't coming with me. He's the one who has the fetishes normally. I guess I'll just not carry any grenades with myself. Dude, talk. There we go. Spells. Well, I guess actually I could get heal wounds now. I'll get that later. Earth elemental fetish. Damn, those are hella expensive. I'm just gonna get 2 level 1 elementals. Okay, that's enough for me. That's some spending. I just want a new SMG. It'll be better than the piece of shite I have right now. And I would like some cyberware, but damn, not gonna. I didn't know. Well, I mean, I guess in the past I was a decker. I didn't really deal with magic, so like there was no downfall to getting cyberware. So I was like, Essence, fuck that. Derry, have you produced a DVD player? Pan Absolute DVD player. I have it right here. Good. This should only take a moment. Emsel disappears behind the ancient display after a few minutes of fiddling with his battered inputs. He reappears, a satisfied look in his face. Everything appears to be functional. The disc should be ready to play. But don't keep us in suspense. Start the damned thing already. Derry went to the trouble of fetching everything. Let her do the honors. Amslet steps back, clearing the path for you to access the antique machine. I'm gonna break this shit. I don't want it. They try. Okay. A soft whirling sound fills the air as the ancient DVD spins the disc up to speed. The scratched LCD display comes to life, and a menu fills the screen. Track 1. The screen goes black and a cheerful digital chimming sound spills out of the display speakers. A crackle of static fills the air, coupled with a shrill electronic whine. After a few moments, the display goes live, and a disheveled-looking man appears on the screen. His eyes glitter with excitement. The timestamp on the screen is 2034, 9:15. Hermie, I think we found her. After all the time, Fürschwing, uh, after all this time, Fürschwing, I knew that wasn't dead. His speech is jittery. You can hear the urgency in his voice. She survived the dragonfall, just as I've always said. I knew it, and I was right. The screen explodes in static, and the electronic whine is in the background sharpens into a needle-like pulse of high-pitched sound. Somewhere in the background, Dante lets out a loud whimper. The screen clears, and the static words spill out over him. Breath is tied to taking team into the socks to retrieve her. The radiation be damned. We will take appropriate precautions, of course, but we must go. Hermie, I think that the body may be nearby as well somehow. She, has survived for all this time. It explodes in static, then clears, flickers across the screen. May not be back for some time. I look after Mom, okay? I worry about her. And Hermie, stay safe out there. I know things are heating up in Berlin, and I know you student protests. Civil uprising? Okay. You'll be in the middle of it, I'm sure. Just stay safe, alright? And I'll do my best to do the same. I don't know what's going to happen when I step into the socks, but I do know one thing. If the Fire Wing is still a danger, I will put an end to her, once and for all. Same blah blah blah. Green Winters. Oh, that's the dude who I was hunting down? God, he is ugly. Found the message Adrian left me. All those years ago, got it cleaned up as best I could. Strange hearing his voice again. He pauses to take a long pull on the bottle. It's good to hear him, even if he did insist on calling me Hermie. Damn, he was Hermie? He knew Vauclair? Would have been like Paul's hero. I mean hers hero. Wait, is that why he wants to be called her? Like Hermie? Dr. Adrian Vauclair, the hero of the people, the Dragon Slayer, my brother. He grimaces and rubs his eyes. Hard to believe it's been almost 20 years. Alright, so I'm gonna start recording these DVDs again. For me, for Adrian, for whoever might wind up watching them. Every time I do this, it winds up feeling like a waste of time, but I keep doing it anyways, on the off chance that I'll find something important. If I stumble into the clue that leads me to my brother, I know that I'm gonna want it on film. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, after all. No sense in quitting now. Christ, 20 years, all this time, and still no leads? Even with all my contacts and my resources. He takes another long swallow of cheap liquor. Excuse me? Of cheap soy calf? This is a PG game. I actually don't know. It's probably not. Even with my legendary bullheadedness, I've made no progress at all. It's definitely not a PG game because PG is not a fucking rating for video games. No progress at all. I haven't turned up a single goddamn. I'm amazing. Want to hear something funny? Sure. The closest I've gotten to a clue was a rumor. Apparently, a team emerged from the socks a while back. Nobody clear on the date. But, and get this, he leans into the camera and gives a conspiratorial wink. Supposedly, they vanished without a trace. He upends the bottle and drains it, slams it back down to the table. His eyes are rimmed with red. Did he get some in his eye? Got some glasses. That might have helped some. Could have stopped some of this alcoholic soy calf from getting in your eyes. Not much of a rumor, considering I already know that they're gone. You're gone, big brother. I live with that every day. Listen to all this shit. This is gonna be the episode. Stumbled upon the archival footage of Fürschwing's original attack months before the Dragonfall. Easy to forget how devastating it was. Adrian saved a lot of people from burning her down, by bringing her down. I've got the footage all queued up to play, starting it now. Additional comments to follow. The slow whir of the DVD player shifts to a high-pitched whine. A distorted blah blah corner of the screen marks the date July 6, 2012. Screaming out what saying is first, camera pushes in, sound cuts in. Oh. Oh, I'm also seeing it here now. I didn't realize that. Again, for those of you just joining us, we are coming to you live from Solberg. A few hours ago, the dragon Fjordschwing launched an unprovoked attack on the sleepy Harz mountain town, and you can see the results behind me: fire, ashes, and blood. Uh, we are joined tonight by a survivor of the latest and most horrifying attack. The reporter turns his face to a pale man standing behind him. Sir, I understand that you've been through a terrible ordeal. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us tonight. Oh God, he looking fucked. The camera switches focus on a middle-aged man with a haunted look in his eyes. He stammers out a reply. Yes, of course. If you could, sir, could you... If you could, sir, could you please tell the people at home about your experience of the attack? It was horrible. Just pure chaos. Pure chaos. So many people dead. People I know roasted. People alive or trampled to death, trying to escape. My my own house was burned. Grounds during the attack. My family. We nothing now. You all made it through the attack, though, right? Your wife, your kids. Yeah, we all made it. Thank God. We rode out the attack in a small shelter. Wife and two daughters. This shelter protected us, but the heat unbearable. Stayed much long. We couldn't stay there much longer. We did. How long were you holed up in there? 3, maybe 4 hours. I don't know. We just stayed inside till the heat died down. The screaming stopped. And what happened after that? When it was over, when the air cooled down, we stepped outside. There was nothing left, just smoldering wreckage and this dense cloud of black, oily smoke, and then stench in the air. Oh God, the smell. It smelled like roasted meat. There's a long pause from the tortured look on his face. You can tell the man is struggling to decide whether or not to continue speaking. Eventually he does. My girls, they found what was left of their nanny outside. Her body, what was left of it was slumped down the shelter door. I keep telling myself I couldn't hear her pounding to get in, but that isn't true. I could. I just couldn't bring myself to open that door. I couldn't risk my family like that. Not for her. Not for anyone. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to speak with us. Yeah. You heard it here. An absolutely chilling account of tonight's attack. Again, the town of Stolberg has been reduced to ash. Another victim of the fire wing. Stay with us for more up-to-the-minute reporting on Fjordschwing's reign of terror. Okay, it's time for a new approach. Adrian's a complete dead end. That much is pretty clear by now, so I'm gonna do some digging on Fjordschwing instead. Let's see where this goes. Well, that was a bust. A little progress of Fjordschwing either. He shakes his head. I don't know, it's weird. The information is there, it's just wrong. Somehow it's too well laid out, too simple. Real life is messy, and this feels like a little too neat. That's not the only thing that's nagging at me. I'm getting that tingly feeling all up and down the back of my neck again. It feels like I'm being tracked. I'm no Matrix hotshot like Clockwork or Schaefer, but I'm good enough to know when someone's on my scent. Gotta install some new security measures, can't be too careful. Oh God. What the fuck happened to him? Christ, I'm getting too close to something. There's a trail of bodies and there have been disappearances. Gearbox, Mercian. I dropped my headphone. Peregrine. That's a falcon. They they're like the fastest things in the world, I think. They've all disappeared within the past few years. Gearbox just went AWOL yesterday, and they were all making the same sorts of inquiries about the Firewing that I've been. There are ghost stories spreading around the Decker community, stories about Deckers disappearing and then showing up again later, but wrong somehow. Scary stuff, and I'm starting to think that it's true. Blitz leans to the in to whisper to you. I know the stories he's talking. I know the stories he's talking about, Chief. Never really put much stock in them, not until now. Could these rumors be related to what's happening here? Am I being paranoid? Pauses for a moment, as if seriously considering the question. Then he shakes his head and slams his fist on the table. No, I don't think something big is happening here, and I'm right in the middle of it. Iger cuts in. So Iger is still alive. That's good. Glad to hear it. That's a bit of a leap. One other thing. Tolstoy. Tolstoy told me a story about a kill team that might be related to all of this. Apparently, a Decker named Hellbore posted a theory about Feuerschwing to the Shadowland BBS about 5 years ago. About an hour ago, a mil-spec team showed up in Meat Space and cooked her entire apartment with her in it. If what Tolstoy told me was true, Hellbore live posted the event. She described her killer, this great big orc with skin grafts, and the whole thread disappeared, gone without a trace. Leap? Iger love? What? Sounds like what he's on the right track to me. Iger holds her silence, but concedes the point with a small nod. On the screen, Winter pauses. He looks like he's working up to something. Finally, he speaks. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. This has gotta be Feuerschwing, all of it. Adrian was right about her. She's still alive, and she's about to the socks. She's covering her tracks, working the shadows, preparing to rise again. And that means that I have to find Adrian for everyone's sake. Thankfully, I've got a lead. For the first time in 2 decades, I've got a solid goddamn lead. I've backtraced all of the Matrix nodes that Hellbore was looking into back before she got cooked. Whoever's been purging the Matrix didn't think about that, and I found that she'd turned up. Winter stabs a few keys on his keyboard, and an image expands to fill the screen of his monitor. A satellite photo of a rural landscape annotated with GPS data, a set of map coordinates. So now I've got a target, a place to start digging. The Harfeld Manor, conveniently located in an isolated stretch of countryside miles away from prying eyes. Matrix records indicate that some sort of data vault exists beneath the estate, so that's what I need to get into. And this is where we came in. I think I'm gonna tap Schaefer for this job. The monitor Winter's left one. As if on cue, a familiar image winks onto the monitor, but Winter's left. Monica. I think I'm gonna tap Schaefer for this job. She's got the skills to bypass whatever security they're running out there. And she's gullible enough to take the job in the first place. I'll feed her some line about flux state security and she'll eat it up with a spoon. I warned her. Angela's voice choked with rage. I warned her. Time to put plans into motion. By this time tomorrow night, I should have the information that I need. And on the off chance that Schaefer gets taken out, well, that'll tell me something too. Can't make an omelet and all that. Till then. When you play the 6-track, the small video window appears. You recognize the scene in the window. You are looking at the tattered drapes of the nicotine-stained wallpaper of Winter's hotel room at Das Kaufhaus. There is a blur of motion. One person in the frame. Suspicions confirmed. Schaefer dead. Christ. When Winter reaches a shaking hand off camera, a moment later it returns clutching a cheap plastic drinking glass. He gulps something down, wipes his mouth with the back of his hand, and takes a deep breath. Okay. Back up. Slow down. Against the wall. Wiggle like you start from the beginning. Uh, Winters closes his eyes and makes a visible effort to calm himself. I'm great. I am probably the best person in the world. When he speaks again, his voice is steady. Got the call from my contact in Cruz Bazaar. Schaefer killed on the estate run. Matrix security at the estate cooked her brain. Considering Schaefer's skill and experience on-site IC must have been extreme. Even by Berlin standards, security of that kind costs money, real money. Given the evidence uncovered so far, corporate involvement unlikely. The connection to the fire wing is too strong. So let's come right out and say it. Dragon is what we're dealing with here. And the smart money says that she's coming for me next. Well, I won't go down without a fight. I've still got my contacts, still got my connections, and the flux state can be a hell of a weapon for the man who knows how to manipulate it. Winter takes another long pull from his glass, grimaces and swallows. Time for me to make my play. Ghost stories or no. Missing Deckers or no. I've got to jack into the matrix and start pulling strings. The countermeasures that I installed earlier should be more than enough to keep me safe for at least 20 minutes. I'll be in there. Winter drains the rest of his glass, then tosses it back over his shoulder. A moment later, you hear the dull clattering sound of a hard plastic on linoleum. Schaefer's death was tragic. Schaefer's death was tragic. She was a staunch supporter of the F state. But still, all things considered, Winter fishes for something off screen. A moment later, up. Hopefully that didn't mess with the recording too much. Better her than me. Wait. Hand reappears, clutching a data jack cable. Better her than me. He plugs the cable into his head, and the screen cuts to static. Check the DVD. As your finger nears the eject button, a black screen cuts in over the static. A moment later, Green Winter's haggard face appears. If you're watching this, then I guess that they caught up to me. They will be after you too now. Blitz whispers into your ear again, more harshly this time. What the hell is this? Why didn't you warn me about this before I came here? Whisper back. Not now, Blitz. Not Sully. Hey, everybody. Blitz is scared. We didn't know. Whisper. Whoever you are, whatever you think you're after, you need to find Dr. Adrian Vauclair. Not because he's my brother. Because if your swing is rising again, he's the only one who can stop her. You've seen what happens to people who get too close to this. I'm dead, and dozens of others have died. You'll be next unless you can find Adrian. The screen cuts to static. The message is over. The DVD tray slides out of the reader. Well, I'm gonna call it there. Stay airy out there.